Flying above the clouds wasn't in the script when human beings first started walking the earth, but through scientific advancement, hard work, dedication, and ambition, we can give any winged creature a run for their money. And here's an hour's worth of clips that demonstrate just how far we've come. A cheap day out for the kids, and one they'll never forget. Pay attention, because you'll never see vapor trails quite like these ones. This is what we aviation experts refer to as a stupidly big plane, or an A380. Here's an F-18 Hornet making sure everyone in the immediate vicinity well and truly eats his dust. Did you realize that helicopters can land on water? No? Well, we've both learned something today then. This looks like something right out of a science fiction movie, but believe it or not, it's 100% real. No airport official should ever have to shout the word duck. This is a specific kind of stall known as a spin. Only recommended for planes with a good supply of vomit bags.
Go. Look at the airspeed.
Yeah.
And call out whether it's stable or not.
This scares me.
5,000. Okay,
Yeah.
coming up to 4.5.
Yeah.
So hands on the dash.
Hands on the dash.
Opposite rudder. Push
Opposite
that rudder.
rudder.
Push that rudder. Push it. Push.
Pull
Push.
over
Push.
the
Push.
rudder.
Push.
Push.
There you go. Now grab the stick.
Grab
Pull
the
out the
stick.
dive.
Kinda hell.
Okay, which bright spark decided to build a beach here? Yes, this may look like the mating ritual of a Chinook helicopter, but there's no need to blush. They're just refueling. A game of chicken that nobody in their right mind would want to play. If you fly this close to a warship, you may just start a war. Well, we've all seen people trying to start a car like this, but a plane? It's the Red Bull Air Force just doing what the Red Bull Air Force do, being awesome. I hope this is an optical illusion. Otherwise, we're going down. What happens to military planes that have to stay in flight for a long time but still need refueling? This! Snow? A muddy field? Yeah, of course I can take off from here. No problem. Something tells me that the owner of that house doesn't have a very quiet life. Well, one of them seems to be on the wrong runway at the wrong time. But which one? This may just be the best excuse for being late to the office you'll ever find. Dropping fire retardant requires some serious piloting skills, and here they are on display. Taking off during a snowstorm can be pretty worrying, but when you slide off the runway, it's time to just admit defeat. Ah, what a reassuring and relaxing sight to witness from your window seat. It's like they're suddenly coming into existence out of thin air. That's right, Back to the Future fans. Hoverboards are now officially here. If you've got a fear of flying during a thunderstorm, then don't watch this. It may be hard to watch this without loading up on travel sickness medication beforehand. The skill of the pilot is only matched by the precision of the drop. Here's a danger those non-pilots amongst us have probably never considered: random birds. One of the Blue Angels, just taking in the sights and sounds of Miami Beach on its own. If this plane were a dragon, it could almost be a scene from Game of Thrones. If your waiter can afford their own helicopter, then you probably shouldn't leave a tip. A great view, although maybe he's flying a little too close. Not a view you usually expect to see from your garden. Painting without a canvas, or paint. It's fair to say that this could never be described as a gentle landing. It's impressive when it starts, but then they just start showing off. How good is the pilot? Well, before this clip started, he just lost power to his aircraft. A rare vertical maneuver for this F-22 Raptor. And, of course, its amazing pilot. Why not purposely stall your aircraft in mid-flight? It's great fun for you and the whole family. When you're landing in strong winds, it's almost like the world has been switched into slow motion. An avalanche triggered by a helicopter. Believe it or not, this is to prevent accidents. From this clip, we can be pretty sure that there's a pretty bad fire nearby. Yes, that's right. Landing is officially more difficult than flying. The Blue Angels doing their thing in a sky that's as blue as their name. Here is the Belgian Air Force showing off their rescue choppers during hoist training. Yes, okay, it's a very cool sight, but also one that's not going to leave your mind for the entire flight, and every flight you take after that. Whoops, okay, let's just try that again, shall we? Don't worry, folks, they're just flares, and what a sight they are when they're dropped by this F-16. Slicing through the clouds like a hot knife through butter. A close call, and not a great thing to see from your window seat. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's oldest flying airplane, from 1909. I mean, I'm no expert, but shouldn't there be some wheels involved here?
Contact. Nice, good job, dude.
Well, let's just hope this wasn't a commercial parachute jump. Otherwise, somebody's definitely getting fired. It looks like budget airlines have just found a way to make their flights even cheaper. This landing technique is called toe-in, and is used when the landing zone is too steep. Landings don't get more impressive than this. These things are part plane, part firework. It's always important to make a good entrance. Okay, that's more than a little freaky. Why aren't they moving? The A380 is a huge plane. The house prices on its flight path? Not so huge. How often do you get to see one of these things outside of an Indiana Jones movie? How wet does it have to get before a flight is canceled? Hopefully not this wet. Oh, right. So the passengers aren't allowed to smoke, but the plane is? Looks like somebody's gonna be pretty disappointed at baggage claim. Here's a pilot who really knows how to dump flares with flair. Need some help to trim those hard-to-reach branches? Why not try this method? The U.S. Navy Blue Angels. If If they can fly like this even in peacetime, then you know they're doing a good job. He's about to perform an impressive stunt. Okay, maybe not. When the humidity is just right, weird aviation phenomena like this can sometimes occur. Have you ever lost your car keys? Well, this is similar, but so much worse. If you're gonna be a good cameraman, knowing where to stand is 99% of the job. The return to Earth of SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket from a pretty amazing and uncrowded vantage point. Not since the 1970s have we seen flares as impressive as these. Nothing can defy physics quite like an F-22 Raptor. It's hard to know whether that smoke is all just part of the show or an emergency. Well, that's just showing off now, isn't it? There's so much going on in this clip that you don't know where to look next. Yeah, this is a really good reason to never book a window seat. Bad weather sure does bring out the best in great pilots. You know it's bad turbulence when one of the passengers gets thrown into an overhead locker. This is at Goodyear Airport, but for the pilot, it wasn't even a good day, never mind a good year. Whoa, are these all planes? Or do we need one huge can of insecticide? Plane? We don't need a stinking plane. When you just wanted to film Big Ben, but end up capturing something even more impressive. If you can make your plane dance in the sky, then you may just be a skilled pilot. Welcome to the show indeed, and what a show! An effective way to slam a car door without using your hands. Whoa, where did this thing take off from? The future? We've all had times when we've made plans but then changed our mind at the very last minute. A full complement of Blue Angels performing their signature fleur-de-lis. An amazing vertical takeoff from the equally amazing F-22 Raptor. And yeah, I suppose the pilot must be pretty good too. This has very obviously been designed for one very specific purpose. Visibility doesn't get much lower than this. Who said that football games can be a little over the top sometimes? Oh no, they're gonna crash! Nope, never mind. It may look like the world's biggest spray paint can, but this red stuff is essential in putting out wildfires. Okay, so he's practically knitting with his vapor trails. I'm gonna say that this isn't his first flight. Now, I'm no aviation expert, but this cannot be a good sign. When a minimum radius turn creates maximum effect. No fear of heights, and absolutely no regard for his own well-being. Nothing exciting to see here.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you kidding?
I thought that Red Bull gives you wings was just an advertising slogan, not something backed up with evidence. Yep, the future is here. This thing is designed for your commute to work. Just a helicopter moving some trees around. You see this kind of thing every day, right? Imagine if this was your ride home. You'd probably decide to just head back on foot. Is this guy bopping along to whatever's playing in his headphones? Or is this just a rough landing? Somebody better hit the brakes, and as slow as this approach seems to be, they'd better do it fast. Don't worry, it's only the engine ripping itself to pieces. Everything should be fine. An F-35 is about to make a supersonic pass, and it's going to happen right about now. There are impressive displays of stunt flying, and then there's this.
As the red and the blue come on, red will bend the formation around to the right, making it even more difficult for red 7-8 to keep that great roll and rhythm going.
Who needs an airport when you've got a conveniently placed river? Well, hopefully they fueled the passenger plane before it took off. Planes, helicopters, who needs them? If you can see the curvature of the Earth, there's just a slight chance that you might be flying pretty high. Firstly, everyone on this flight returned safely back to solid ground. But now that we've got that out of the way, this looks terrifyingly serious. Just a wing covered in tape, nothing to concern ourselves about here. It takes incredible precision to prevent the spread of forest fires from the sky. An Emirates flight, followed by 2 passengers who didn't get to gate in time to board. And if you look to your left, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the fiery hellscape of Mordor. You wouldn't drive on an icy road, so why chance it on an icy runway? We all remember the hair-raising experience of our first driving lesson. But when you're driving in the sky, there's a little more at stake. It's never a good sign when a US Army helicopter lands in the middle of a busy road. This is what happens when you buy a car off Amazon Prime. If this was your office, then your 9-to-5 job wouldn't be too bad at all. This takes even more precision than threading a needle does. You know you've landed a good job when your workplace training takes place in the Alps. There's nothing like a nice relaxing day at the beach. This F-100 engine is the perfect place to light a massive cigar. Yeah, sorry, but I don't think there's any chance that this will just buff right out. If anyone's capable of helping you find a pot of gold, it's these guys. And you thought a rainbow could only be created by, well, rain. Until I spotted the guy standing nearby, I genuinely thought that this was a full-sized aircraft. Still impressive, though. Some planes really need to be fitted with those beeping reverse sensors.
Oh, it did. I knew that was gonna happen.
Next stop, the sun. Here's why the seat with the extra legroom isn't always the best choice. Have you ever wondered how it feels to be in a helicopter that crashed into the sea? No? Well, we're gonna show you anyway. Just dropping by to help out an on-the-scene fire crew. This is his signature takeoff. So why don't all pilots have signature takeoff? Wouldn't that make your vacations more interesting? Everyone on board this plane immediately lost about 10 pounds in sweat. Just a daddy Boeing taking his kid for a nice day out. What do you do when you need to pick up an electricity pylon? Find out if any of your friends own a helicopter like this and give them a call. DHL seems to take as much care with their planes as they do with our packages. Now this is some precise flying. And you thought that Transformers was just a work of fiction. Tight turn with an ominous-looking cliff in the way? No problem. You see, this is why, as a passenger, I get nervous flying through clouds. That's right, there's nothing a good bit of tape can't fix. Although in this case, it probably shouldn't. An emergency landing, and only a few minutes after takeoff. The heavy formation low pass must have been quite the sight from below. Well, there's a sight guaranteed to make you drive off the road. Cutting a ribbon with a plane? Too easy. Let me try it upside down. How big is this helicopter? Well, it can lift a tank. Does that answer your question? How low is this guy flying? Well, he's surrounded by hedges for one. Well, I don't know what the heck they are, but I want one. Despite what I said about clouds earlier, some pilots can make flying through them look like art. Crazy flares, and flying ability that's certainly no more sane. There's something strangely calming about watching a helicopter take off. This makes those people who can blow smoke rings look pretty pathetic, doesn't it? I wonder if it beeps when it reverses. A fire helicopter doing exactly what it's supposed to do and achieving its objective. This is the problem with throwing a pool party. There's always the danger of uninvited guests. Every passenger plane comes with missiles, right? Yeah, I'll just relax and enjoy the in-flight movie. No room for a passenger here, thankfully. An F-35 streaking across the sky by the means of a power slide. Amazing! When you witness an aviation moment like this, there are simply no words. Well, okay, we made it back down again, but that engine does not look great. Most pilots would be worried by the sight of their wings on fire. Not this guy. This is called rocket-assisted takeoff, and it's pretty terrifying. For an air display, this is definitely the best seat in the house. If everyone loved their job as much as this guy, then the world would be a much happier place. Judging by this guy's landing, I bet his passengers were glad to be back on terra firma again.
Go around. Nope.
We've all got that one friend who turns up late to everything. Flying over the brightest lights of LA is even more of an impressive sight when it's the 4th of July. Unsurprisingly, these homeowners didn't ever consider taking out blimp insurance.
Nossa, minha Nossa Senhora. Caiu em cima das casas.
Ladies and gentlemen, now might be a very good time to get the heck off the plane. A job that really requires a head for heights. It's almost like they planned it this way. Synchronized plane dancing. This is how Jackson Pollock paintings would look like if he had a pilot's license. Hey, you're driving on the wrong side of the road. And you're a plane. Yeah, something tells me that you're not catching your flight today. I don't know any better, so I'm gonna assume she's just waving at him. One eye on the screen and one eye on reality, which could be a description of most people these days. Stunt plane pilots. Genius and talented, yet insane. Don't you hate it when there's just not enough runway? Making your friends fly. It's a good party trick. Aw, a nice little family day out. Not the best place to get some fresh air while you jog. I think it's fair to say that this may just be an emergency landing. Another intimate scene of midair refueling. Not suitable for children. That's a lot of people jumping out a lot of planes, thankfully with a lot of skydiving knowledge under their belts. This location is a plane spotter's dream. Do you have an ineffective snow shovel? Try using one of these on your drive. More refueling footage now. This time from the perspective of the pilot that has to thread the needle, so to speak. Well, it's not often you get to experience this. Wow, he must have been responsible for some terrible parking. Who'd have ever thought that vapor trails could be beautiful? The pilots ejected, the plane plummeted to the earth, but then it turned out to be just a part of the air show. Two armored cars? Ha! How about giving me a real challenge? They could probably reach out of the cockpit window and give each other a high five. Humanitarian aid being dropped over Gaza. A much-needed function for a pilot right now. These pilots are more in sync than any professional dance troupe. Imagine if you had to drive with this kind of visibility. How would you do? It's not only having the skill to do this that's impressive, it's possessing this level of calm. Always make sure your canopy is tightly shut, folks. This is a fire suppression system, which seems to be working well. The problem, however, is that there is no fire. Expensive test. Have you seen those videos where people unscrew a bottle top with a karate kick? Well, this is the next level. A pretty extreme way to deal with an illegally parked car. Is it the 4th of July? Or November the 5th? Or are they just on fire? Is this good or is this bad? I mean, it doesn't look good. Isn't anyone gonna tell him that he's upside down? Don't ever suggest that being a member of the cabin crew is an easy job. The term "a front row seat" has never applied more than it does right now. How about traveling American Airlines for your next vacation? Nobody has ever been more relieved to be on a fully functioning plane than the person who caught this heart-stopping maneuver. This is called the falling leaf maneuver, and this F-22 Raptor pulls it off with style. The kind of thing that make you never want to fly again. If God had meant man to fly, he would have given him a boat? Yeah, a helicopter seems like a great way to deliver an AC unit. Or maybe not. And out of the fog emerged a monster. The only way to stop this thing from flying? A good dose of kryptonite. It's not just a large plane. It's big enough to be described as an air tanker. And here's another F-22 deploying flares. Kind of mesmerizing, isn't it? If you need to make an emergency landing, then the desert probably wouldn't be your first choice. But a pilot's gotta do what a pilot's gotta do. It's a replica of a Spitfire. But this is no replica crash. Even just watching this landing makes me queasy. Let's just hope this was part of an air show. Otherwise, this is no time to get your phone out. Yes, there's nothing like a nice, quiet day at the beach. Newly remastered footage of a pilot crash landing on an aircraft carrier in 1944. One word that immediately jumps to mind here is almost. The combination of light and humidity can cause some pretty dramatic effects in the world of aviation. Impressive! But how do you rehearse something like this? It's just one of those old planes that needs a little tough love every now and then.
Thanks. All right, perfect. That's a good safety harness right there. Always prepared. Yeah.
A relatively happy ending, given the catastrophic engine failure. I'm pretty sure the nose of the plane shouldn't be used as a brake. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Well, kind of. It's an F-35, just messing around. The exploration of outer space, perhaps man's greatest achievement in aviation. Only one Blue Angel? Nope. Guess again. A plane crash in the snow from a point of view that nobody would ever want to experience. Some people believe that humans aren't meant to fly. And do you know what? Sometimes they're right. No matter how cheap it might be, don't book a ticket with this budget airline. A very picturesque location for an airport, although not the best location for a beach. Usually, flares are only deployed in an emergency. Not if you're at an air show, though. It's not just planes that are involved in sky-based firefighting. You should probably be either a boat captain or a pilot. Not both. Choose a lane. When you consider how difficult it is to get some sleep in economy class, this thing is vastly preferable. When this engine starts up, everyone knows about it. This is called an inverted ribbon cut, and this is a particularly low version of it. If you'd like to stop Akimbo's engines from failing and prevent us from suddenly dropping out of the sky, then please don't forget to click subscribe.